Throughout human history, civilizations have risen and they have fallen. Today we live in a global community that historians may look back on as one single civilization. So, how long do we have? Some experts say the writing is already on the wall for us. Let's see if you agree with them. My name is Danny Burke and this is the top 10 signs society is doomed. Coming at number 10 now, we have energy issues. Without energy, life as we know it would just collapse. We use energy to run everything from planes to computers to hospitals to sanitation. Everything requires energy, and in our rapidly growing world we need a lot more of it. It's estimated that by 2040 the world's energy consumption will have increased by almost 50%. Governments will need to make the switch from dwindling fossil fuels to cleaner, renewable energy. Otherwise, some say the demand for more energy will outstrip the dwindling supply of fossil fuels. Next up at number 9 now, we have global warming. This is somewhat related to our last number. The increasing use of fossil fuels has contributed to a man-made climate change. As of today, it's mainly poorer countries that are being affected. Some small South Pacific nations are desperately trying to combat rising sea levels, while other countries such as India have experienced much more extreme weather, such as flooding and typhoons, that have been linked to global warming. It's affecting many poor people already, but the rising tide could literally and metaphorically lead to serious problems for everyone. At number 8 now, we have the superbug. In the past, civilizations have been brought to their knees by the advent of diseases such as smallpox or the bubonic plague. In today's society, we may have a new threat, the superbug. This is also known as antibiotic resistance, whereby bacteria mutate to resist antibiotic medicine, making them difficult for doctors to treat and leading to the superbug spreading. According to the CDC, right now more than 2 million people are infected with superbugs. Some worry that a particularly vicious strain could become totally untreatable and spread quickly across our interconnected world. At number 7 now, we have the Extinction Event. Some people say we are well overdue for an extinction event such as the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. Even in today's world where humans have immense technological power, we could still be almost defenseless if an asteroid hit Earth like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. One major concern is the Yellowstone volcano. People think that when that goes off, it could affect the whole planet and send us right into an ice age. Next up at number 6 now, we have the bees. Scientists have noticed that bees in North America, Europe and around the world have been disappearing at an alarming rate. Their colonies are collapsing due to pesticides, parasites, disease and habitat loss. This is a major issue because bees are responsible for so much of the food you have on your plate. They play their part either in pollinating the many vegetables and fruits we eat directly, or pollinating the food for the animals that we then consume. That's not to mention other important products such as honey and wax. It's estimated that 1/3 of all food is dependent on pollination by bees. If they end up disappearing, so too does a lot of the food in an ever-growing world.
Not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! Eyes! Ah!
And there are an increasing number of mouths to feed as well, which brings us neatly to our number 5 now, overpopulation. If you're about 18 years old watching this video, the world population has already increased by 1.5 billion people since you were born. It's now at 7.6 billion and is still rapidly growing. It's thought that our world population will grow to around 11 or 12 billion by the end of the century and then begin to level off or even fall. Until then, many demographers, politicians and environmentalists have been worrying about how to deal with the billions more people yet to be born. We've already spoken about food and energy being a strain. Could unchecked growth lead to our demise? Next up at number 4 now, we have inability to adapt. Life is survival of the fittest, as the old saying goes, but that may not be entirely true. In reality, animals that can adapt the fastest are often the ones to survive the sands of time. The same goes for societies. Some experts say that the world has become too homogenous in the way it thinks. Mass media and social media have left people with limited ways of thinking and not as exposed to new ideas as before. This is also known as a filter bubble. If people aren't exposed to worldviews that challenge their own, we may be left with an uninformed society that is ill-equipped to deal with new problems that threaten our survival. Moving on to number 3 now, we have AI. Some people, such as Elon Musk and the late Stephen Hawking, have warned about the dangers of artificial intelligence. In the near future, humans may develop AI that is so powerful it essentially has power over human lives and is almost what we would call conscious conscious. If it has both of these things, some people worry that it may not even have the right morals and could kill some or all humans if it thought that was the best thing to do. Hollywood has showed us examples of this with the likes of Terminator's Skynet, but it may not even be like that. AI may be programmed to do something good, but develop a destructive method to achieve it. Next up at number 2 now we have inequality. Many economists believe that although democratically protected capitalism has led to huge growth in the West, there is something that could bring it down. They say economic inequality always leads to collapse eventually. As the wealth gap grows between the top 1% and the rest of everyone else, some worry that the instability is growing as well. This could lead to serious unrest and lack of consumer confidence, further stagnating the economy and prohibiting growth for all but the elite few. Whether you like it or not, so much of modern society is built on the economic system we have right now. Would things be the same without it? And finally, number 1 now, we have history repeating itself. If there's one indication that civilization as we know it could collapse, it's that it's happened almost every time before. Our civilization can only exist because of the collapse of the previous, whether it was gradual or rapid. Those who came before us thought that their civilization would never end, and some of them had a pretty good reason to think that. The Roman Empire lasted about 500 years, far longer than our civilization has reached yet. They and many others thought that they would last forever, but where are they now? To say that this modern civilization could be any different might be a leap of faith, according to some analysts. Alright guys, those are some signs, but hey, they're just signs. And anyway, signs are always up for interpretation, so I want to hear what your guys' opinions are. Thank you as always for watching. My name is Danny Burke, and I will see you all in the next video.